Buried deep beneath the earth lies a challenge only steel can conquer. Today, we bring the fight. This is X Machines, where no obstacle survives. The 320 HP excavator, with a breakout force of 200 kN and a 3.5-ton root grapple. The stump free in under a minute. Soil burst into the air as roots snapped one after another, the ground trembling under 34 tons of moving steel. The operator swung the tangled root ball aside like it weighed nothing. The ground was packed hard, roots buried like steel cables. But the 28-ton excavator, armed with a 2.8-ton grapple and 190 kN breakout force, tore it out in a single, violent lift. Soil rained down as victory took shape. The birch stood tall, but the Komatsu PC160LC with a DA25D mulcher head spun at 2,000 RPM, tearing bark, sapwood, and pride in seconds. 140 HP surged through the rotor, sending wood chips flying like shrapnel. Incredible force release. You can almost feel the ground shake from here. The Caterpillar 246 locked onto the hemlock stump, its 73 HP engine pushing hydraulic power into the HD Titan bucket. Each curl of the arm pried decades of roots from stubborn soil. Each pass shaved layers off the stump, the carbide teeth biting deep and fast. The Ditch Witch SK1550's 44 HP diesel roared, feeding torque into the Stumper 280ST's 28-inch wheels spinning at 1,200 RPM. Seconds later, the stump was nothing but mulch. The frozen stump clung to the ground like an anchor. The auger head, driven by 50 HP and 5,000 Nm of torque, bit in with a spiral hunger. In seconds, wood fibers cracked under the relentless twist. tangled mess of hardwood logs fed into the Gandini CT5200. With a 520 HP engine and a drum spinning at 1000 RPM, each trunk was chewed into perfect chips in seconds. Out on a tangled fence line, the Jenkins iron and steel tree puller locked in with its 3000 psi hydraulic grip, jaws opening a full 11 inches to rip saplings and stubborn roots straight out of the ground. That satisfying moment when the rear suspension dips, the tires grip, and the stump knows its time is up. A stubborn oak fell to the Volvo Grapple's 3000 psi bite, roots and soil ripped free in one savage pull. At 35 tons of steel left no doubt who would win. Nothing more satisfying than watching a clean, even cut through a massive trunk. Deep in the timber line, the Galatrax 800 rolled forward like an unstoppable steel tide. Its 765 HP diesel roared, feeding torque into a 2.5-meter wide drum armed with carbide teeth. In seconds, hardwood trunks vanished into a spray of mulch. No excavator, just 3 builder's props and a 2-ton winch against a stubborn stump. The steel cables groaned, the frame flexed, and dirt cracked as the roots gave way. The Caterpillar, 420 F2 backhoe loader went to work. Its 93 HP diesel pushed 424 Nm of torque into the dipper arm, carving through clay and tangled roots like a hot knife through rope. Each bucket curl tore deeper until the stump lifted free, earth falling in chunks. That hollow burn is working perfectly. Airflow at the base keeps the fire hot, eating through the stump from the inside out. Loosening the soil all around the base like this makes root removal smooth and keeps the root ball intact for replanting. It's patience and precision in action. The Moorbach 1300 tub grinder roared to life, its 1000 HP Caterpillar driving a 60-inch hammer mill at 800 RPM. Massive hardwood timbers slammed into the drum and became uniform mulch in seconds. The black splitter cone log splitter bit into a knotty oak round. Driven by hydraulic power, its spiral steel body twisted with over 2,300 Nm of torque. Each turn pulled the log apart cleanly, no wasted motion, no mercy for hardwood. Watching the Cat 563D grip that stubborn pine like it's nothing, you can almost hear the roots snap under 220 HP of raw force. The grapple bites deep, the hydraulics push with 38,000 lbs of breakout power, and in seconds, decades of growth are uprooted. Clean, steady cuts. That's how you read the grain and guide the chainsaw for a smooth felling. The kerf is even. The sawdust tells you the chain is sharp and well fed. Bolted to the front of a walk-behind tractor, its steel disc carried hardened blades slicing through limbs up to 3 inches thick. The 13 HP engine drove it steady, each pass clearing tangled growth into neat rows. The SP horizontal log splitter roared to life, its 50-ton ram and 3,200 psi drive shattering knotty hardwood in mere seconds. The Neuhauser debarker tore into the log like it had a score to settle. Twin steel rollers gripped tight while the 200 HP motor spun the cutter head at blistering speed, peeling away bark in one clean pass. In seconds, rough timber turned smooth. Another battle won. Tell us, what's the toughest job you've seen a machine handle? Comment down below, hit that like, and subscribe for more raw power in action.